Hi, I'm Steve Sherman, creator of Power of Process. I'm here tonight to finally announce that my 5-component video series is live. It is ready for download. There'll be a link at the end of this video where you can go directly to Gumroad and purchase. But I want to share with you folks exactly what my 5 components are and how they're going to benefit you, the film photographer, whether you be roll film or sheet film. You know, over the 35 plus years that I've been in this large format and wet process darkroom work, I've learned a number of different techniques. I've even perfected a technique that's exploded worldwide, the minimal agitation technique. But that technique alone, if it weren't for the power of multi-contrast papers, it wouldn't be nearly as effective. So let me just start with the first component of my process, and that is light and composition. I'm going to teach you ways in the premium video as to how I create a third dimension in a two-dimensional photograph. It's done with soft directional light, and there'll be other tricks in that video that you'll want to take advantage of. That video goes right into number 2, which is exposure and negative design. Exposure and negative design came about because of multi-contrast papers and the power that they afford you darkroom workers. So take that negative and exposure design and now process that piece of film with pyro processing and my extreme minimal agitation technique, and you further are going to exploit what multi-contrast papers bring to the present day film photographer. You're going to learn how pyro processing is so superior to other forms of developers in that third component video. That goes right into the split contrast printing video with multi-contrast papers, and how I'm going to tie it all together with those 3 components are the very, very powerful. I call it a super trifecta: exposure and negative design, pyro processing, extreme minimal agitation, and split contrast printing with multi-contrast papers. That's what makes this whole process so powerful, is multi-contrast papers. You're going to learn exactly how and why I design the negatives the way I do, how and why I process them the way I do, because it's very, very integral to the whole process working. You're going to be able to go into contrast situations you never even thought were possible because of the way I design the negative, the way I process it, and most importantly, the way I print it in its final the final step of the process. And the last component of my process is split toning. And that's more subjective. I happen to like it because it puts a warmth into the highlights, and it allows the darker mid-tone values to stay cooler. And to quote Tim Rudman, warmth projects and cool tones recede. Well, you think about it. If I'm trying to create mid-tone contrast and depth and dimension in my photographs, that word project and recede, they go together. That means depth and dimension. So my power of process is 5 components, and I think that each and every one are very, very powerful. But the 3 in the middle, the second, third, and the fourth one, all those in concert together can exploit one another to a degree that's never been before possible. And for that reason alone, I only allow a download. I only sell the second, third, and fourth together as what I call a super trifecta. You can buy all 5, or you can buy just the 3, or you can buy the first and the last one. And just as a little extra bonus, in the super trifecta or the all 5 component series, you're going to get 3 bonus videos that are, one is geared towards exposure, one is geared towards minimal agitation, and one is geared towards split contrast printing. And I can guarantee you the one that's about split contrast printing, nobody does this technique, and I can tell you it pays huge dividends in multi-contrast silver gelatin prints. And that's the only way that that's the only way you can access those bonus videos. They're not available for purchase any other way. They are given away in the premium video, the super trifecta, and the 5-component process. So thanks for subscribing to my YouTube channel and probably my Power Process blog. I appreciate all the good positive feedback I get, and hopefully I'll continue to get feedback on the component videos that you purchase. To download the Super Trifecta or the 5-component video process, go to Gumroad/Steve Sherman. Thanks for your interest. Thanks for subscribing to me on YouTube. And I'm wishing you good light and great mid-tone contrast in the darkroom.